Hey everyone, picture this. You're out in the field, heart pounding, and your rifle decides to jam at the absolute worst time. Maybe it's a massive hog barreling toward you, or a grizzly popping out of the undergrowth, or that trophy deer vanishing into the trees. One glitch, and it's all over. A lot of guns talk a big game about being reliable, but they falter in the grit of real life, whether it's dirt kicking up, freezing temps, sloppy mud, or just heavy recoil. You can't afford a do-over out there. Your safety, your success, everything hangs on that smooth operation. So, today I'm breaking down 10 lever rifles that shut down the skeptics for good. These aren't fancy display pieces or fragile collectibles. They're battle-tested workhorses that have come through in the clutch time and again. Let's dive right in. Starting at number 10, the Rossi Model R92. Listen, a ton of people out there swear you have to shell out $1,000 or more just to get your hands on a lever action that's truly reliable, but I'm here to tell you that's just not true anymore. The Rossi R92 proudly embraces its Brazilian roots and that working man price point without making any apologies, and honestly, it doesn't need to because this thing flat out delivers when you need it most. It's essentially a faithful recreation of the legendary Winchester 1892 design, one of John Browning's masterpieces that changed the game back in the day. And Rossi has kept that toggle link action intact while chambering it in versatile pistol calibers like 357 Magnum, 44 Magnum, and 45 Colt. What stands out right away is how simple and robust the whole setup is, with a side-loading gate that makes topping off the tube super convenient without unloading the gun, a classic crossbolt safety that's easy to flick on or off, and no fancy gadgets that could gum up or break in the field. The hardwood stock feels solid in your hands, often with that beautiful Brazilian grain, and you get options like round or octagonal barrels, blued or stainless finishes, even large loop levers for gloved use or just that cowboy flair. It's lightweight and compact, perfect for swinging through brush or carrying all day on the ranch without wearing you out. Now, on the pros side, this rifle is an absolute steal in today's market, usually running between $500 and $800 new, depending on the configuration, which makes it accessible for folks who want real performance without remortgaging the house. The action, while it might feel a touch gritty straight out of the box on some units due to varying quality control, smooths out beautifully after a few hundred rounds or a simple spring kit upgrade that's popular among owners. Cowboy action shooters absolutely abuse these in competitions, blasting thousands of rounds through dust and heat. And they rarely skip a beat because the design is so inherently tough and forgiving. It's incredibly fun to shoot with low recoil in 357 or 38 special, accurate enough for plinking or hunting inside reasonable ranges. And that pistol caliber setup means cheaper ammo and easy sharing with your handgun. On the flip side, it's not going to have the buttery smooth polish of a premium Marlin or Henry right away, and some older models had minor fit issues. Though recent production under Taurus ownership has stepped up with better finishes and tighter tolerances. But when you're pushing through thick cover, chasing feral hogs, keeping varmints off your property, or just needing a dependable backup for deer season, this carbine chambers around, fires cleanly, and ejects without any fuss or drama. Plenty of guys upgrade with aftermarket parts like peep sights or better followers for even more precision. And it shines as a truck gun or ranch beater because it's built to take knocks and keep running. At the end of the day, the Rossi R92 proves you don't need to spend big to get a lever gun that's proven itself time and again in real-world use, offering that timeless Western vibe with modern practicality, all wrapped in an affordable package that punches way above its weight. Number 9, Taylor's & Company TC73. Think back to 1873, when Texas Ranger John Armstrong dropped the outlaw John Wesley Hardin with a lever action rifle. And fast forward over 150 years, that same elegant toggle link mechanism is now feeding 9mm Luger like it's the most natural thing in the world. At first blush, the Taylor's TC73 might seem like an odd pairing, slapping a contemporary pistol round into an Old West icon. But spend a little time running it through some fast-paced carbine work, and you'll quickly get why it's built up such a passionate following among shooters who want the best of both eras. This beauty is proudly 100% American-made, the first fully US-produced 1873 pattern in decades, with every part machined and finished right here. From the high-grade steel receiver that's individually case-hardened for that stunning vintage color, to the smooth American walnut stock and forend that feel timeless in your grip. The barrel comes in at a handy 18 inches, threaded 5/06/24 right out of the box, so you can slap on a suppressor for quiet running, overall length around 37 inches, and it tips the scales just under 8 pounds unloaded for easy handling all day long. The tube magazine holds 10+1 rounds, and you get authentic touches like an octagonal barrel option, tang-mounted safety, classic dust cover over the ejection port, a white bead front sight paired with an adjustable semi-buckhorn rear, and even a rubber butt pad for comfort without ruining the lines. What really sets it apart is Taylor's famous tuned action with a lightened carrier block, fully machined internals, hardened screws, and a crisp trigger that breaks clean between 3 and 4 pounds, making the lever throw incredibly slick and fast, straight from the factory, no break-in required. The genius behind chambering it in 9mm, it lets you run the exact same ammo as your everyday carry pistol or home defense gun, slashes recoil for lightning-quick follow-ups, and keeps training costs way down since 9mm plinking rounds are plentiful and cheap compared to traditional rifle calibers. I've watched new shooters grab this thing during defensive carbine sessions and absolutely run circles around folks with AR platforms inside 50 yards, all because that short, fluid lever cycle beats bolt manipulation hands down, and there's zero heavy sliding parts disrupting your sight picture. Pair it with subsonics and a can, and you've got one of the quietest manual repeaters out there, perfect for rural property defense or keeping things low-key. On the upside, it's built like a tank with top-tier fit and finish that justifies the premium feel. Super reliable even in humid or dusty conditions, with no malfunctions in testing, and that velocity boost from the longer barrel turns standard 9mm loads into something with real punch while staying soft on the shoulder. Sure, it's not cheap with current pricing hovering around $2,000, and the classic design means it's not packing rails or modern furniture for tactical add-ons. Plus, some purists might grumble about ditching traditional calibers for something so contemporary, but for anyone wanting heritage looks, with today's logistics and compliance perks in restrictive areas, this rifle shines. Whether you're using it as a truck gun, blasting steel for fun, protecting the homestead, or just enjoying that satisfying lever snap on the range, the TC73 brings dependable, rapid-fire performance in a package that's pure joy to shoot and own. Number 8, Savage Model 99. Picture this, turning the whole lever action world on its head by introducing a rotary magazine that finally let you safely run those sleek pointed Spitzer bullets without worrying about chain reactions in the tube. When Savage launched the Model 99 back in 1899, building on the earlier 1895 design, they solved the massive flaw that held back every other lever gun of the era, where sharp tips resting against primers in a tube mag could spell disaster under recoil or rough handling. Arthur Savage's brilliant rotary spool setup, this spring-loaded brass cylinder with grooves to hold cartridges individually, not only prevented that risk, but also added cool features like a visible round counter on the side of the receiver, so you always know exactly how many shots you have left. It opened up powerful, flat-shooting calibers such as 243 Winchester, 308 Winchester, the original 300 Savage that was designed specifically to mimic 30-06 performance in a shorter action, and even classics like 303 Savage or 250 3000. Barrels typically ran from 20 to 24 inches depending on the variant, with overall length stretching around 39 to 43 inches, and weight settling in that sweet 7 to 8 pound range for easy carrying without feeling too light or whippy. That innovative spool usually carried 4 or 5 rounds, loading smoothly from the top with an automatic cutoff to keep things organized. What makes this rifle an absolute tank? It's built fortress solid, with a hammerless striker-fired action that's inherently safe and snag-free in thick brush. A slim profile since the flush rotary mag doesn't bulge out like a tube. And accuracy that rivals bolt guns because there's no fore-end pressure shifting from loading or unloading rounds. The controlled round feed ensures reliable cycling even with Spitzers, and you can launch a 150-grain bullet from a .308, chambering with serious velocity and energy well past 300 yards, giving you trajectories and terminal performance that traditional flat-nose levers just couldn't match. Later models even came drilled and tapped for scopes, and some variants like the featherweights or takedowns added portability perks. On the plus side, it's incredibly durable, with many examples still running flawlessly after a century of hard use by big game hunters across North America, from whitetail woods to elk mountains. And that rotary design seals better against dirt than open actions while keeping the rifle balanced and quick to point. It's a perfect hybrid, blending lever speed with modern ballistics in a package that's proven itself for generations. Downsides, production ended years ago, so you're shopping the used market where good ones in popular calibers like .300 Savage or .308 typically go for $800 to over $1,000, depending on condition and features. Rarer early models or odd calibers can climb much higher into collector territory. And ammo for legacy rounds like .303 or .250 or .3000 can be pricey and harder to find these days compared to ubiquitous .308. Some folks find the older safeties a bit fiddly, and while super reliable, parts aren't as common as for Winchesters or Marlins if something ever needs fixing. But as a timeless bridge linking old-school lever charm to bolt action capability, the Savage 99 has cemented its legendary status through sheer innovation and field-proven toughness that still turns heads today. Number 7. The Smith & Wesson Model 1854. If you're thinking Smith & Wesson is all about revolvers and modern pistols, think again, because this lever action might just be the smoothest, most refined one that slipped under a lot of radars since it hit the scene a couple years back. It's a bold move for the company, nodding to their roots way back in 1854 with the old volcanic designs, but this is a thoroughly modern take that blends classic lever charm with features today's shooters actually want. Built tough from 416 stainless steel for all-weather durability, it shrugs off rain, mud, and scratches without a fuss, and comes in options like synthetic stocks with textured grips for solid handling, or even walnut for that traditional vibe. Chambered in hard-hitting revolver rounds like 357 Magnum and 44 Magnum. It's perfect for sharing ammo with your sidearm, keeping recoil manageable for fast follow-ups, and delivering serious stopping power out of a rifle barrel. The standout here is that buttery smooth action right out of the box. No gritty break-in period like some older designs, thanks to precision machining inspired by Marlin, but taken further with tighter tolerances and a lever that feels like it's gliding on bearings. That large loop makes it easy to run even with gloves on, and the trigger breaks clean and crisp with minimal creep. Up top, you've got XS ghost ring sights for quick acquisition, a full Picatinny rail for optics, and M-lock slots on the foreign to mount lights, lasers, or whatever accessories fit your setup, plus a threaded muzzle ready for suppressors or brakes. It's compact and balanced, making it a joy to carry through brush or swing on targets. And in timed drills, it consistently shaves time off cycles compared to more traditional levers because everything just flows effortlessly. On the plus side, the build quality is top-notch. It's versatile for home defense, hog hunts, or close-range deer. Super fun to shoot with low felt recoil thanks to a cushion pad, and that stainless construction means low maintenance in tough conditions. Downsides? It's on the heavier side for a carbine. The stock drop can make high-mounted scopes a bit awkward without a cheek riser, and accuracy hovers around decent groups suitable for its role rather than sub-MOA precision. Plus, some folks nitpick the crossbolt safety as feeling a touch modern on a classic platform. Right now, in late 2025, street prices often land around $1,100 or less for the base models, making it competitive against other premium levers while offering those extra tactical touches. Whether you're topping it off through the side gate for quick reloads or running it hard on the range, the Model 1854 fuses timeless lever reliability with contemporary ergonomics in a way that just works. Whether defending your property with lighter 357 loads or dropping brush bucks with heavy 44s. Number 6. The Browning BLR. Back when I thought lever actions were strictly for milder stuff and not serious backcountry work, especially in grizzly territory, That all changed after I packed a BLR lightweight through a full Montana season in some rugged terrain. I heard the same from an outfitter friend who guides tough elk and bear hunts deep in the Bob Marshall wilderness, and he swears by it for clients needing something reliable when things get hairy. This isn't some nostalgic copy of your granddad's old lever gun. The Browning BLR lightweight is a forward-thinking hunting machine that just happens to run on lever power, blending that quick, intuitive handling with capabilities that rival modern bolts. It chambers a wide range of potent rounds, from zippy options like 243 Winchester, all the way up to heavy hitters such as 300 Winchester Magnum, giving you flat trajectories and real knockdown energy for big game at distance. Barrels typically run in that sweet spot for carry and performance, with weights keeping it manageable for long hauls through mountains or thick timber. The real innovation shines in that detachable box magazine, usually holding a few rounds ready to go, which ditches the old tube limitations and lets you safely run those efficient pointed Spitzer bullets without any risk of chain fires. What truly sets it apart and makes it so dependable is the clever rack and pinion lever system working with a robust rotating bolt head that locks up tight like a vault, delivering strength for high-pressure magnums while cycling smoother and faster than traditional toggles. The trigger even travels with the lever to avoid any painful pinches, and the whole setup ejects to the side for easy, low-scope mounting without brass interference. I've watched hunters make lightning-quick follow-ups on running elk out around 250 yards because the lever stroke keeps your sight picture steady. No disruptive bolt manipulation pulling you off target. On the upside, it's incredibly versatile for everything from open plains varmints to dense forest deer or alpine sheep. Balances beautifully between the hands for fast swings. Often hits sub-MOA accuracy with the right loads thanks to precision barrels. And that aluminum receiver keeps weight down while shrugging off weather, especially in stainless variants with laminate stocks for extra toughness. Downsides include a more complex internal design that can be picky about maintenance or need factory service if something gets out of whack. It's not the absolute lightest once you add a scope, and rings pushing toward 8 pounds loaded, the action might feel a touch different from classic levers at first. And it's priced as a premium piece reflecting that engineering. As of late 2025, you're looking at street prices hovering around $1,200 or so for solid configurations, sometimes dipping lower on deals or climbing for takedown and stainless models that add packability by breaking down quick without losing zero. Whether you're reloading mags in a hurry during a heated moment or trusting it to feed flawlessly in cold, wet conditions, the BLR has built a 55-plus year reputation as a mountain-ready powerhouse that brings Magnum performance with classic lever speed, making it the precise, hard-working choice for demanding hunts from wide-open ranges to tangled deep woods. Number 5, the Henry Long Ranger Express. Remember that 20s and 23 NRA World Shooting Championship, where a guy running a Henry Long Ranger Express cleaned up against 3 custom bolt guns in the lever action exhibition match, and folks were scratching their heads wondering how a lever pulled that off? It all comes down to Henry really listening to what precision-minded shooters have been asking for and packing it into a lever platform that feels fresh and capable. The Long Ranger series steps away from traditional tube magazines with a detachable steel box mag that holds a handful of rounds flush, letting you safely run efficient pointed bullets, while the receiver is drilled and tapped right from the factory for easy scope mounting, and the barrel is free-floated for consistent harmonics without pressure points messing with your groups. This Express variant trims things down for quicker handling with a threaded muzzle ready for suppressors or brakes, making it suppressor-friendly right out of the box. And it's built tough with aerospace-grade aluminum receiver in a durable anodized finish paired with weather-resistant gray laminate stock that shrugs off rain, humidity, and hard knocks better than traditional wood. The heart of its reliability and that surprising accuracy is the geared action, driving a 6-lug rotating bolt that locks directly into the barrel extension for rock-solid, repeatable lock-up shot after shot, delivering bolt rifle levels of precision with the snappy speed of a lever cycle that keeps you on target without disrupting your sight picture. I've seen it punch tight clusters at the range with match-grade loads in calibers like .308 or 6.5 Creedmoor, easily holding sub-inch groups at 100 yards and stretching out ethically far beyond what most folks expect from a lever, thanks to that crisp single-stage trigger and overall engineering focused on real-world performance. On the strong side, it's incredibly versatile for longer-range varmint control, predator hunts, or even property defense with affordable ammo options. Balances beautifully for offhand shots, cycles smoothly without any fuss, and that side-loading gate means you can top off the mag quietly without removing it during a hunt. Drawbacks include the magazine having a little rattle when empty until you load it up, the action feeling a bit different from classic toggle-link levers. So there's a short learning curve if you're coming from older designs. It can heat up quicker during extended sessions, and while it's no lightweight beast once scoped, the heft helps tame recoil in hotter chamberings. As of late 2025, you're typically finding these on the street for around $1,000 or just under, depending on deals, putting it in reach for a premium featured lever without going overboard. Whether you're slinging fast 223 for coyotes, reaching out with 6.5 Creedmoor for deer past 400 yards where those heavy bullets retain plenty of energy, or just enjoying that blend of modern precision with timeless lever fun, the Long Ranger Express proves levers can hang with the best bolts when distance and accuracy matter most, opening up possibilities that felt impossible not long ago. Number 4, the Marlin Model 336 Classic. Forget the flash and the latest trends chasing every new cartridge or tactical feature. This is the lever action that quietly set the standard back in 1948, and, even after all these years, and a revival under Ruger, still holds the crown without trying to prove anything. The Marlin Model 336. Classic doesn't chase hype, it just shows up hunt after hunt, reliably putting meat on the table and getting passed down through generations like a family heirloom that actually earns its keep. Primarily chambered in the timeless 30-30 Winchester, a round that's dropped countless whitetails, with that perfect blend of brush-busting power and mild recoil, it features a beautifully figured American black walnut stock and forend, with sharp checkering for a secure hold in wet or cold conditions. Complete with the iconic horse and rider medallion on the grip cap, and a distinctive red and white bullseye in the buttstock. The solid top receiver with side ejection makes it a dream for mounting scopes low and steady without ejected brass smacking your optic, while the crossbolt safety and half-cock hammer give practical peace of mind, even if some purists grumble about the modern touch. Ruger's takeover brought tighter tolerances, CNC machined forgings for the receiver and lever, a polished bolt for effortless cycling, and a cold hammer-forged barrel that delivers consistent accuracy right from the factory, often better than many older models thanks to refined manufacturing that smooths out the action without losing that classic feel. On the range or in the woods, it balances perfectly for quick swings through thick cover. With adjustable semi-buckhorn rear sights and a hooded front bead for fast acquisition, plus sling swivel studs and an offset hammer spur ready for whatever you throw at it. I've got a vintage one from the 1970s that still stacks Hornady lever evolution, rounds into tight 2-inch groups at 100 yards after decades of hard use. And these new Ruger-built versions feel even more refined, with crisp triggers and flawless feeding through the side-loading gate into the tubular magazine. It's the ultimate big woods deer rifle for places like the tangled timber of Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, or Maine, where shots come fast and close under 150 yards, and its proven track record has likely filled more American freezers with venison than any other lever gun out there. Strengths include bomb-proof durability that shrugs off rain, snow, and knocks. Surprisingly good accuracy for its role, especially with modern ammo, that nostalgic yet functional design, with gorgeous wood and deep bluing, and an action that's dependable season after season, without fuss. Downsides might be the wood needing a bit more care to avoid dings compared to synthetics, a slightly heavier feel when carrying all day versus ultralight modern rifles, the crossbolt safety rubbing traditionalists the wrong way. And while it's not a long-range precision machine, it shines exactly where it's meant to. As of late 2025, street prices for the Classic often hover right around $1,200 or a touch under on good deals, making it a solid value for a premium heritage piece built better than ever. In a world full of options, The 336 Classic remains the gold standard for reliable, but no-nonsense hunting performance, forged over 75 years in the field. Number 3, the Winchester Model 1894. Here's the real kicker with this one. The Winchester Model 1894 somehow crams serious big game stopping power into one of the handiest, most compact lever actions ever built. And with over 7 million rolling off the line since John Browning dreamed it up back in 1894, it's hands down the best-selling sporting rifle in history for good reason. Primarily chambered in the legendary 30-30 Winchester, the cartridge Winchester cooked up specifically for this gun to handle smokeless powder right from the start. It delivers that perfect mix of brush-defying trajectory and punch for deer-sized game without excessive recoil. Current production models, beautifully crafted in Japan by Miroku, with that attention to detail Browning would approve of, feature deep-blued steel, gorgeous walnut stocks with crisp checkering for a sure grip in any weather, a classic curved steel butt plate that nests right into your shoulder, and reliable iron sights like a Marble Arms front bead paired with an adjustable semi-buckhorn rear for quick targeting. The toggle link action is pure genius, simple yet incredibly strong, with vertical locking lugs that keep everything tight shot after shot, while the top eject design flings brass straight up and away, and that traditional half-cock hammer, plus a modern tang safety, give you layers of security without complicating things. It's lightweight and short enough to swing fast in thick cover, or pull easily from a scabbard, making it the ultimate saddle carbine that cowboys relied on for rounding up cattle across endless plains. Trappers kept handy on snow machines in the frozen north, and generations of hunters have trusted from the swamps of Texas all the way to the forests of Saskatchewan. I've handled pristine pre-64 examples that went through world wars and decades of hard hunts, yet still lock up like the day they left the factory. And these newer Miroku-built versions feel every bit as solid, with smoother finishes and tighter tolerances that make cycling a joy. Strengths are everywhere. Unbreakable reliability in rain, snow, dust, or drops. That short overall length perfect for tight spaces or all-day carry without wearing you out. Surprisingly good accuracy with modern lever evolution, ammo pushing groups tight enough for ethical kills out to 200 yards or so, and a heritage that just feels right in your hands every time you work the lever. On the flip side, the top ejection means traditional scopes have to sit high with side mounts, or you go the scout route. It's limited to flat nose or polymer-tipped bullets in the tube mag for safety. The steel butt plate can bite a bit with heavy loads if you're not dressed for it. And while it's not a featherweight, once you add a sling and extras, that mass helps soak up kick. As of late 2025, street prices for new production carbines and rifles typically run around $1,200 to $1,300 depending on the exact grade and features, sometimes dipping lower on sales or climbing for deluxe sporters with fancier wood and checkering, putting it in premium territory but well worth it for a piece of living history. Number 2, the Henry Big Boy X. This is the lever action that completely flipped my perspective on what these guns can really do in today's world, especially when I learned some law enforcement agencies were quietly adopting them for patrol duty. Not out of nostalgia, but because they flat out perform in serious high-pressure situations where failure isn't an option. The Henry Big Boy X isn't some dressed-up vintage throwback. It's a full-on tactical powerhouse built on Henry's rock-solid, time-tested brass receiver platform that's been refined over years of American manufacturing excellence. Available in hard-hitting pistol calibers like .357 Magnum with 38 Special compatibility or .44 Magnum with 44 Special, it features a compact threaded barrel ready for suppressors right from the factory. Synthetic stock and forend with textured rubber overmolding for a non-slip grip, even in sweat or rain. M-lock slots for lights, lasers, or foregrips. A full-length Picatinny rail, up top for red dots or scopes. Bright fiber optic ghost ring sights for fast target acquisition. And that oversized lever loop, perfect for running it fast, with gloves during stress. Henry nailed the essentials with their signature buttery smooth action. Side-loading gate for quick top-offs without unloading the tube, and an overall build of tough blued steel that holds up to hard knocks while keeping weight manageable for quick handling. Velocity-wise, a 357 out of this carbine-length barrel easily pushes a 158-grain slug north of 1,800 feet per second for serious energy with a surprisingly tame recoil thanks to the padded buttstock, making it ideal for everything from quiet rural operations with a can attached to minimize noise and flash, or home defense where overpenetration concerns matter less with proper loads. I've put it through vehicle-based drills and rapid engagements from close quarters out to 75 yards, and it stays brutally accurate and consistent, cycling flawlessly no matter how fast you work the lever. On the plus side, it's incredibly versatile as a truck gun, bedside protector, or even a fun range beast that's suppressor-friendly and shares ammo with common revolvers. The modern attachments make customizing a breeze. Build quality is top-tier American-made with that legendary Henry reliability. And it's surprisingly controllable, even in hotter chamberings. Downsides include a bit of heft that can feel noticeable during long carries compared to lighter polymer rifles. The synthetic furniture might lack that warm wood feel for purists, though it's far more durable in bad weather. Occasional minor feeding quirks with shorter .38 or .44 special rounds if not held just right. And while accuracy is solid for practical use, it's not chasing sub-MOA match precision. As of late 2025, street prices for these are often landing right around $800 or a touch under depending on the caliber and any ongoing deals, putting it in a sweet spot for a feature-loaded tactical lever without the premium markup of rarer customs. When cautious departments greenlight a lever gun for real-world frontline carry, you know it's engineered to deliver when stakes are sky-high, blending unbreakable tradition with raw, modern stopping power in a package that's just addictive to shoot. Number 1, the Marlin Model 1895 Trapper. Alaskan guides and outfitters grab this beast when a raging brown bear explodes through shoulder-high alders at spitting distance, because in those split-second do-or-die scraps where one jam means lights out, the 1895 Trapper reigns supreme for lever-action bulletproof reliability. Chambered in the legendary 4570 Government, that black powder-era thumper from 1873 that's felled herds of bison, Cape buffalo, and everything in between, with loads spanning mild plinkers to Magnum Plus, hand cannons pushing 300 to 500 grain hammers hard enough to crumple a truck hood. This Ruger-revived icon rocks a super maneuverable 16-inch cold, hammer-forged stainless barrel, threaded at 11/16-24 for suppressors, brakes, or thread caps to tame the roar and muzzle flip, keeping the whole package under 35 inches overall and right around 7 pounds, unloaded for slung carry through Devil's Club or swamp thickets without fatigue. The tube swallows 5+1 of those fat cartridges, topped off slick via the side loading gate, with Marlin's honed over decades side eject action, spitting empties clear for low-scope mounts, a cross-bolt safety for extra margin, and an oversized loop lever that gloves up easy in freezing gales or bloody grips. Ruger's upgrades shine through with a spiral fluted polished bolt for fouling clearance and silky cycles, refined laminate or optional mag pull, ELG stocks with laser-sharp checkering and QD swivels that laugh off moisture and abuse, bead-blasted satin stainless everywhere to kill glare and resist rust in coastal sleet. Plus Skinner peep sights tuned for lightning snaps on charging beasts or precise holds out to buffalo range. I've witnessed these shrug-off creek dives, moose hunt mud baths, and overnight Yukon freezes below zero, racking rounds like clockwork when lesser rigs seize solid. Strength scream through, unmatched durability forged in Mayodan NC precision, flawless feeding across factory or hand loads from light to hot, compact panther-like balance for brutal brush swings, suppressor ready for hearing-safe follow-ups, and real-world accuracy that stacks groups tight enough for headshots on hogs at 100 despite the short tube. It's the pinnacle for dangerous game backup, wilderness bear country insurance, or smashing 400-pound Louisiana swamp pigs needing bone-deep penetration through saplings and hide. Drawbacks: recoil like a freight train on Full House diet that demands a stout shoulder and padded recoil absorption. Capacity stays traditional at 5+1 without box mag tricks. The crossbolt irks lever purists craving half cock only, and while irons excel close, optics demand a cheek riser on some setups. As of late 2025, street prices hover around $1,100 to $1,200 for the stainless laminate base, climbing toward $1,350 for mag-pull variants on hot shelves. A fair shake for this evolved legend, blending 150 years of field-proven grit with modern tweaks. From Alaska's brutal coasts and Canada's frozen north to southern bayous teeming with monsters, wherever massive threats demand a rifle that cycles through hell without flinching. The 4570 Marlin 1895 Trapper delivers the unbreakable legacy every time lives hang in the balance. 10 levers, 10 rolls, all sharing that ironclad reliability. What caught you off guard in this lineup? Got a favorite you've been eyeing? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your field stories always teach me something new, and this group's wisdom runs deep. My big takeaway? Lever actions aren't museum dust collectors. They're evolved machines that have adapted and excelled for over a century, showing speed isn't just for autos. Coming up, we'll explore underrated bolt actions that deserve more spotlight. Stay tuned for that. In the meantime, stay safe out there and keep those actions running clean.